saying like, ooh, and they looking like, you ain't who you say you are. You two-faced, you manipulative, you this, because you say you're one way, but then you acting another way. Yeah. So I completely, Lord,
and
bless my person.
There's something that you said. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of reading and studying. Just because so biblically, I'm gonna find the scripture for you, so I'm not just, y'all don't think I'm just pulling stuff out of my butt, but I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna post it in our group. But biblically, just because you do something and you apologize for it, or let's say we sin and then we ask for forgiveness, right? God is grace. We're forgiven, but that doesn't mean that the consequence from our action does not still come about. God can have grace. People can have grace, but that doesn't mean that there is not a consequence for your actions. So keep that in mind. You can't slap somebody, dog them, be up in their face like this, and then come back the next day and be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I just had a rough day. Yeah, I understand you had a rough day. There was a lot going on, but the movement now, the energy is definitely shifted, and there may be a consequence, whether it's going to jail or something else that may come of that. So being mindful of that is better, to be able to take that pause before and to react with wisdom versus emotion in those situations. Are we gonna be perfect all the time? Absolutely not. But the awareness, having the conversations about it, does kind of help when we are in the moment. And the more we talk about it and the more that we are aware of it, it'll start to become second nature. So it's like, oh, okay, hold on, I'm gonna use the restroom and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna talk. Okay? And I'm not saying I actually have to use the restroom now, but I'm saying it might be in the situation where you just need to take a second, like, just get out of there, like, get out of there. Especially if it's that intense of a trigger for you. Okay? There definitely is a difference. All right, so let's go to number 3, balancing strength and vulnerability. Right? Proverbs 31:25 says, strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in times to come. Feminine strength does not come from force. It comes from wisdom, self-awareness, and discipline. I loved that, right? And today's culture, especially with so many conversations about the male-female interaction and dating and things like that, and there's multiple sides of it, but a lot of times women will go hard with their strength, and they're like, well, no, I'm not taking this, and I'm not selling, and I'm not doing this, and I'm not doing that, and I'm not doing that, and all of these things, and we perceive it as strength, but our strength it comes from wisdom, self-awareness, and discipline. So it's not you coming out of ego saying, oh, I ain't accepting this if he ain't doing this, that. It's no. Where is the wisdom? Okay? God gives wisdom freely. You just got to ask for it and go seek it, which a lot of times you can just read the Bible and things like that, and things will come to you. Of course, life situations will always make you wise if you are receptive to the lesson that is coming from it. Did you get that one, Akia? Wisdom, self-awareness, and discipline?
Yes. Okay. And the scripture, Proverbs 31:24?
25.
25. Okay.
Yeah. Proverbs 31:25. So put a note by that, because we might have a pop-up quiz or something. I'm going to be like, what is feminine strength? Wisdom, self-awareness, and discipline. Okay? True strength is knowing when to walk away versus when to stand firm. Okay? When to let a man lead versus when to speak up with conviction. When to hold your emotions with grace versus when to be openly vulnerable. All right.
Are we gonna put these in the chat? Cause look,
We
I
can.
write slow.
We can.
Okay.
We can. I got you. And if remind me to. Oh, no, give me 1 second. He done threw his bottle out there. Can you grab that? Okay, he got it. Big baby Lobo over here turning up. All right. The power of vulnerability. Vulnerability is not oversharing or exposing yourself to just anyone. It doesn't mean that your cousin such and such and her friend invited you out to get some food, and now you done had a couple drinks and you just telling your whole life story and child, this man did this and I can't do. No, that's not what that means. That is not what that means. Vulnerability is not oversharing with just anyone. You have people in place, a community in place, that if there's something that you feel like you need to share, get off your chest, or if you need feedback in, we can give you healthy responses to it and not just telling all of your business, you know, or exposing yourself to people who you don't know. First off, if somebody hasn't been doing the work, it's not really much that they can tell you. It may give you temporary relief to just get something off of your chest, but if they're not doing the work, and it doesn't have to be like, oh, they're not a part of Femininity Fit, they can't tell me nothing. But you will see the fruit of somebody who's doing the work. Okay? You can try the spirit by the spirit. You'll know. And a lot of times we get so comfortable that we're just like, oh, I just been, into the mom thing, or I just been, into my work and doing this. I haven't talked to nobody in a minute, so I just feel so comfortable, and the margaritas was so good, I was just yapping away. No. Shut it. Shut it. So instead, it means being authentic, okay? And you can be authentic without being defensive. So if something comes up, it may challenge you or whatever, you don't have to be defensive, just be you. You can express your ideas about something. If somebody disagrees with it, okay. Listen to what they're saying. Okay, I disagree with that because of A, B, and C, and D. Or you don't even have to explain. I disagree with that. I am myself, but I'm not going to be defensive. Think about that. If you're talking to somebody, like we was talking a couple of weeks, talking to somebody about God or your personal beliefs, you don't have to be like, no, because in 2 Thessalonians 3, you know what I mean? Like, no, calm it down. You can listen to somebody, you can be authentically you. You can share the goodness of who God is without coming across as defensive, aggressive. And most of the time people don't receive from you anyway. It's just like becomes a debate, okay? And somebody just wants to win the debate instead of getting to a positive outcome or positive understanding. Everybody doesn't have to agree with you. Politics is a big one now. Everybody is losing it, right? Losing it. Family members, they say, I'm unsistering you, I'm unbrothering you, I'm undaddying you, I'm unmommying you. Because of politics, right? You can have a conversation, or if you prefer not to, because politics are one of those things, right? You can be authentically you without being defensive. And without going into that emotional whirlwind like we was talking about earlier. Okay? All right. So as an example, instead of arguing aggressively in a disagreement, a soft woman can say, I feel unheard right now, and that makes me shut down. I want to understand you, but I need you to also hear me. Okay? And that shows your strength, but also maintains your softness instead of, no, you're not listening. You're not listening. You know what I mean? The difference between the two, right? can express your feelings without becoming combative. And that is a big one, especially in relationships, okay? It can be easy to be like, da 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 da. And then on the opposite end, it's like, okay, I'm just gonna be quiet. I'm just not gonna say nothing. Because everything I say, you think is da 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 da. Okay? Lose the extreme ends. How can I exude my softness, share my thoughts, feelings, views, opinions, because they matter to me. They affect the way I'm moving in the situation or in the world. But let me find balance, okay? And then number 4 is commanding respect through grace and not aggression. How a feminine woman stands firm without being combative, okay? She speaks with intent, not emotion. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I'm about to close this door. Be right back.
Tisha, did you get the title of what you just said? Commanding respect through grace and not aggression. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And what I think I'm gonna start doing for you guys is doing kind of like a little worksheet or note sheet to go underneath our videos. I said I was gonna do it, but I didn't. But I think that'll help a lot too, especially like if you are in a certain situation or you want to review our calls. Okay, look at the kid.
I'll say one thing: if you ain't thought about it before, where your ebooks? Where your stuff at?
It's coming. It's coming. I'm working on it. It's on the list. I got you, Kia. I got you. Ask me about it again though. Y'all hold me to that. I want to say by my birthday. It's pushing it because it's February, but I want to say by my birthday. So definitely, hey, where is that? I would appreciate that. Okay. Okay, she knows how and when to walk away. Some battles aren't worth fighting. They just simply aren't. And a lot of times we can get so caught up in our emotion that we feel like we need to say whatever, but it's like, hey, this is not worth fighting. I shared with you guys a few weeks back, there's a situation where this part being recorded, so I'm gonna talk around, but see if y'all can put 2 and 2 together. But there was a situation that I had back, and there was this young lady that was like going crazy, like commenting on my stuff, talking junk, and just real, just intrusive. I'm like, wait a minute, like this is my business now. It was just a mess, right? And I'm like, why are you mad? Like you got what you wanted. You got who you wanted. I'm over here minding my business. I'm in a whole other country. Like, whoa, come on, okay? And there was a lot of stuff that kind of boiled the fire a little bit. I'm like, wait a minute, who what? You know, that ATLian started coming, my neck started going like this. I was reading like, I was like, right? And I had to take a step back, and I'm just like, why would I argue with you? Have y'all heard that little recording? I'm not finna argue with you. You mad. And that's why I was like, wait a minute. I'm happy.